FaZe Clan play once, unless they can roll back the years and everybody is just hitting those shots, it should be a 2-0. This one should be done. The reason I haven't completely gotten behind NRG is, for me, I gave them this event as a gimme, right? Like, I thought Stan's coming in. Sure, you had a good Pro League finals with Daps, but you had no pressure. Now I thought maybe there'd be pressure and they wouldn't perform to a similar level, but here it looks good early stages.
Right. But they did use the Pro League finals as a kind of a boot camp. I think that's quite...
They were already practicing with them. So I mean, that's kind of cheating a little bit. Like, it's not like it really is your own title. You got some practice on LAN.
It's a bit naughty, but I mean, it's proactive and it's coming into a huge event like Cologne. I don't blame them.
Yeah, I just a couple of things to look for here is how brazen that this NRG roster can be in the past of just strolling into the sewer section of the map and walking up sandbags. So you need to be high alert versus these guys because they want to take a lot of early fights over towards B, or at least historically with Daps on the team, that's something that they would aim to do. So FaZe need to make sure that their aim's on point and they're not getting caught out of position.
If we have any newer viewers as well, names to watch out for on that NRG side. Is there any, those young guns have really been impressive.
As he said, Cirque, this is basically his map. When they rose up as NRG, it was him doing dominant CT sides with the AWP. I think also you've got to say Breezy. This is a guy where sometimes it's not always the flashiest kills, but he gets kills on the board round after round after round. Really big fragger. And I would say for Na'Vi, if you want to roll back the years, mate, there's a guy, name begins with G, called Guardian. He's pretty good with the AWP. So
boy.
If he can get going on this map, that's when the fireworks start for me.
Will we see a third map, or a FaZe Clan going to be thrown to the lower bracket by a brand new North American roster? They brought Stanislaw in for Daps, and NRG are one map away from the Lanxess Arena. Let's jump in with your casters.
Thank you so much. We'll get back into it. NRG absolutely could make the playoffs with the debut of Stanislaw. Absolutely, they've looked better since adding Tarek. To go to the question about how's FaZe looked better at any point since removing Kerrigan, I would say they haven't looked better at any point since removing Croman.
I agree. I felt like Croman should have stayed in the team. I absolutely think that's true. Either way, Circle kicked things off here. Nice headshot towards Rain. Bombs down already. How do they retake this? This is a nightmare. Stanislaw, he is a veteran of the game. He won't be peeking that one again. He knows he has to hold them off as long as possible, create awkward angles, or get a flashbang with his teammate. Look at that teamwork come through. This is absolutely beautiful from NRG. 5 versus 1, and Nico, nothing he can do about this. $300 in the bank, as good as it's possibly going to get. They don't even make a dent in the NRG offense there. It's going to be FaZe just falling apart as they can't really do anything about it. You can see the temperament now. First map really didn't go in their favor. They were 5-0 up, both pistols, and Stanislaw, like I said, he didn't overcommit to the angle. He got the information. He called for the flashbang from Ethan, and then he just goes to town on their ass. That was amazing. Really well played. And we'll see a 1-0 come through, and will there be a force buy? That's the question here. Looks like there will be FaZe, Deagles, Scouts, and a 5-7, I believe. We'll see what happens with the 4 smokes they have. 1 HE grenade. And remember, Guardian on the CT side of Mirage brought out 1 single AWP. That was a really strange series of events. I didn't quite understand it.
Well, we'll see how things get going. No pistols this time, but in fairness, both teams have won the pistols so far on the maps they've chosen. Maybe there's something in that for FaZe. Bit early to say, I would reckon, but I'm just trying to get romantic and endearing toward the situation. Breezy is already in. He's already through Monster. And with his smoke down toward barrels, doesn't really need to focus that position. Sprays in, needs to be a little careful. Uses the pillar for protection to get the reload in, and then when he repeaks, Nico does reveal himself, but no one to counter-peek in the position from window. In the meantime, Rain sneaking in. Tara catches him off, and that should pretty much control the round. Despite that there are so many players inside of B, they have access to go back around the map, to rotate away should they need to, and they've controlled the flank, which could have been chaotic.
Remember as well, NRG, when they first exploded onto our scenes in the beginning of 2018, there was one map they really made a name for themselves on, and that was this one, and indeed, it was Overpass. It was when Tarek joined the roster, it actually was when they started dropping off. It wasn't as a strong a map for them, but now Stanislaw in, it looks like they might be ready to go on this, because I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. Will it look revitalized? This Guardian can't even really justify that shot. It would have to be perfect headshot, like he might have been better off just sitting and letting him run by him. And they know that's a big moment there. No kills again, as we will find ourselves in a compromised position for FaZe Clan. They're going to have to sit back and wait now as they take the full eco at this point. Will they be able to get any kills? That's the question. I would speculate maybe 1 or 2 at the very top end. But so far, so good for NRG and FaZe. This project overall, it's still waiting to really excite me. I want to see that tournament where it's like everything comes together perfectly. Neo being brought in, they've said it's been beneficial. They said it's brought something to the team, but I haven't quite seen it yet. But obviously, day one of the tournament, who knows what's going to happen as we go forward. But from what we've seen against NRG so far, relatively flat. NRG will get the first kill here, Guardian to be dropped.
Eric trying to get him in quick while he can as they try and pursue from sandbags. Ethan comes over to Aiden doing so. Quick flash out, has the MAC-10, second one as well. Spots a player down below. Near the pipe, it's hard to see the CT model sometimes in that position, so caught him off for a moment, but that moment is gone. And it's 3-0. So conversion successful on the T side. Keep in mind, we saw Liquid have a pretty healthy lead on the T side for this map as well, but then it all fell apart in the second quarter, the second stage of the first half, and then, of course, Na'Vi closed out the map against them.
Well, it's going to be a compromised start here. Guardian, though, does have the AWP. 0 kills, but at least he's got the sniper. No armor. As will the smoke be successful? We have seen him miss a few times the last few months, but it does go towards Monster, no problem. As it should at this level. And we'll see grenades exchanged. And nothing really suggestive just yet as to where this round goes. No real aggression from the CTs. They can't really justify on this sort of round. With Guardian at the armor, nades would just take him down. He's the one to hold these sort of angles. Get the one kill, have an exit strategy, but that smoke obviously takes vision away and push him back. He can't really be combative in the bathrooms without any real utility or armor.
Nico, quick reload while he can before the action comes through. Olaf's the one that's waiting. Now posture it long with both Breezy.
Oof, nice catch on that smoke. You can see how powerful that is. CTs have now 0 intel as to what's going on towards long. It means you can either get right up there, you could push into a position where you're ready to explode on towards the A-bomb site, or go right back towards being executed there. Which way will they go? At this point, it's just about bleeding out that utility from the CT's. Faze have flashbangs remaining only. That's it. NRG are quite weak in that department too, but they still have 2 smokes. They can smoke off bank and CT, no problem. Stan is towards long with the Galil. Damage done by Neo. Can he finish off the frag? Stan, like we said, very intelligent player, will be falling back and using his brain rather than his brawn. There's the kill towards Guardian. Oh my goodness, this is just beautiful from NRG. Another great round from them. Olaf Meister locked out of position. The best he can hope for was a wallbang at this point.
I suppose if Breezy wants to run through as such, not so much, but that serves to give them the information. Tarek gets the kill in response. And 4-0 now for NRG. That was with the guns as well. So how do they respond? Can't really, to be honest, on the CT side. Even though it's a maximum loss bonus, that's all they have to work with, essentially, is that bonus. Nico's already gone for a deagle. That leaves him at 2,900. Guardian's only on 35. They want to have him on an AWP faster than they did in the last map, so he'll sit tight as is for now. NRG in a fantastic position early on, and it's a tactical timeout called, in which 30 seconds, Yanko can speak his mind on the situation.
Ooh, I'm not sure whether it'll be a very nice conversation they're having right now, but
seldom is.
Yeah, we'll see what happens as we get forward. What's the cash situation like? It's not very good, is it? Unfortunately, for FaZe Clan on the CT side of Overpass, you're 4-0 down, and currently looking down the barrel of an eco, and the problem I have with FaZe is right now, yes, they are a star-studded lineup. They have so many great players, but the rounds that really excite me the most is when they just freestyle it. When they go into more of a puggy mode and they send Nico around the map finding kills. When they go against the grain of the meta, that's when it looks like his team makes sense to me. That's the problem I have with it. Like I'm not sure when they try and make it too complicated, too methodical. It seems like it's a good team. It's just not a world beater, right? I want to see them lifting trophies and the names they have here. I want to see a lot more from it. Either way, this could be a round they can win. They've got a 4-man stack towards middle. Stan the man, though, making his way through, and he doesn't make many mistakes. We'll see if this is going to be another round of NRG. Look flawless. So far, so good. Just 1 kill given away.
Tarek working back up the stairwell and connector as well. close it on Neo. I thought he might get spotted for a moment, but his teammates easily able to take care of Guardian. So the fifth was pretty natural, given the situation. Now the guns come back out, and there has to be a response, surely, on the CT side from Faze. AWP for Guardian, naturally.
You say naturally. From the last map, might be moving away from the weapon, it would seem. It was a very, very strange one, but yes, absolutely true.
Personally, I think Rain's the primary opera on this team.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while.
That's the first time I've said it.
We'll get into round 6. We'll see if Guardian can open things up here. I'm not sure he's posted a frag just yet. Neo going for the wallbang. No damage inflicted just yet. Faze just limping here on Overpass, trying to get anything done. Opening kills. Nothing found. Very slow and tentative approach here from NRG. Flashbang towards the short area. Breezy will act upon it. And now they have control of that position.
Guardian with the window hold. Quick little jump on the railing to see if he can spot anyone at mid. Rain waits inside of the bathrooms. There was a time when he was the most dominant player in that position, just as Fur was.
Yeah.
Before that, and neither of them have really had as much success as of late.
Well, as soon as you become the best at something, everyone will either try to replicate you or try and anti-strat you, right? And then you find yourself in a position of flux where you don't know whether you continue to do what you're doing or whether you change things up, and you can find yourself in a real difficult spot. And I feel like that happens to a lot of players that have iconic positions.
Yep.
It can fall apart very quickly in that respect.
Unless you're Freiburg and you're just always...
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't play there anymore either, so... Oh, that nade. That absolutely was a kill. And Stan followed it up by getting one off with the gun. Breezy gets Guardian. I thought he was clever on the railing. And guess who steps up next? Neo jumps in the same position and goes down to 31 trying to get away with the AWP. He will get away. But will he survive? The chase is on. I think he gets far enough. I think he'll be okay. But it's going to be 6-0 for NRG.
Yeah.
Which is actually pronounced energy.
Is it really?
Like the drink. Yes, it is. They tweeted about that once.
Oh, I've been screwing them over for the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, I don't think they like it. They don't like to tweet about it all the time, but they every now and then make a subtle jab.
Makes sense.
Energy.
Energy.
Yeah, it's just energy.
Energy. All right. Well, from now on, Mr. Energy, wherever you may be in the world, I'll still stand up.
Here's to not having any.
Yeah, right. But
thanks, Mono.
6-0. And Guardian, I'm not sure if he posted a frag just yet. No, he hasn't. 0-6. 1-6 for Olaf Meister. 1-5 for Rain. The top fragger in round number 7 for Faze is Neo on 2. That is got to be... I don't think I've ever said that statement in a Faze game ever. This team is renowned for... Say what you want about their strategies, their tactical approach. They've always got kills on the board. And this is the slowest start I've seen from them in some time. For Mas, for Neo... 2 M4s are compromised by a best. Guardian with the AWP again, but remember, 0 kills so far, hasn't had any impact. Good grenade at the start. Short control, though, coming in for Energy. And Tarek. He seems to be focusing on the Krieg now. Another player, like, fully converted. I think Furia have started something, like, pretty magical with that approach. Oh, they've got a kill with Boost as well.
It's always a team that's not in the upper echelon permanently at the time that will do it because they can take the risk.
Yes,
they can afford to put in the time to do it.
They have a lot more time as well, you know? They don't have to attend, 10% as many events. And then they master something, they find a bit of an exploit, as per se, that other teams aren't aware of. Like, it's the UMP of 2017. If you remember that, when that first started coming in, it's very similar scenes. And everyone started using it, and then it got nerfed, just like the AUG just has. It's
just like the Tech 9,
yep,
or the original CZ.
But it keeps the game interesting, you know? I like these different eras we have.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it one bit. What does that scope say around it on this skin?
This one here? Ooh.
You're much closer than I know, I've got it here. Hang on. Phantom? I think it just says Phantom.
Who knows?
Someone, the guy who made it, probably.
Probably, you'd hope
probably
so.
All of the kids who like skins. But Tarek and Breezy don't know. They'll have to find out next round. So will Stan as Rain takes him. Bomb dropped. Guardian closing in on Ethan, who is trying to trade that. And just like that, we find ourselves in a 1-on-4, 9 seconds, no chance into the round. And a third kill for Guardian on the AWP now that he has it is going to be Faze getting their first round in the game.
That was Guardian's entry into the half. He gets 3 kills. He's gone from bottom of the scoreboard to top of the scoreboard in round 8.
Well, that says a lot about how
That's gone. Like, how bad is that?
It? Jeez Louise.
That's gone. He's gone from 0 and 6 to 3 and 6, and now he's top fragging.
You mean to tell me the entire team after 7 rounds only has 10 kills?
Yup. It's weird, isn't it? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what to make of it. And this is like, now you've got yourself... This is okay. I was about to start a conversation that we could be here for like an hour. So
no, go ahead.
No, I can't. I really can't. It's a really big question. Rain, maybe if we have a timeout, I'll bring it up. We're going to have Rain aggressive. That's more like it. That's the phase you want to see. There's getting stuck in, finding kills, and not being scared to take risks because they have superior skill. That's what the team was designed to do. Nico, again, nice little gap there. I didn't even know that was a thing. If that's by design, that's beautiful. And he's got himself yet another kill. Silenced M4 on Overpass, just to note there.
Breezy. Quick smoke. Bathrooms. Tarek will wrap back through connector, and they will head in that direction slowly but surely. Ethan and Tarek for a boost, I imagine, behind the smoke. They've got the time to do it. They've set up for it. Incendiary down, but Rain strikes. He knew exactly what they were up to. Ethan snuck in behind. That was a good response.
Smoke goes down on the side. Still a decent chance here for NRG. We'll see if Neo can shut that down. He's in a prime spot to do so. He swings out now. A couple of kills available to him. And he denies the plant. Nice play. That should be enough here. Doesn't have to overcommit. Doesn't want to give a frag away. Ethan, at this point, best he can hope for is a plant. He wants a bit more, though. Challenges with the fake plant there. Going to be pushing him towards the AWP, but this makes sense. He wants to make this uncomfortable, but Guardian's starting to wake up now. The fact that he's actually found his 4th frag, he was 0 and 6, and now he's starting to hit shots like that. It might not be all over Red Rover just yet. We are going to see a timeout from the T's. Oh my goodness, man, they've got $14,000 on Cirque. Like, that's how well this game's gone for them so far. And they've just lost 2 rounds in a row, and he still has 14K. So,
bit ridiculous.
Go figure.
Yeah, that's well done.
They haven't really killed him.
Very well done.
So the timeout as Faze start to stabilize here. Guardian looking much more efficient. They are actually finding convincing frags there. Nico, I'd love to know if you are aware that the kill he got towards Monster, the gap that was there, was that his? Did he create that, or was that just a happy coincidence? I'm not sure. A lot more of you are aware of these little tricks at home. So let me know if that is something you can replicate, or it was just by chance that he got that amazing gap and had the silence M4. I'd love to know.
Good Molotov. They'll extinguish it and cross. Rain knows it, lobs a nade in, and does okay damage on Breezy. It'll help the M4s. Getting up there.
Uncontested.
Yeah.
As well. That doesn't bode well. So it's fine for now. They've just got a heavy B lean right now. And this, to me, looks like a full commitment towards A. Still fine, but it's Rain, who has been tested in this position many times before. Luckily, Guardian arriving with that incendiary. He knows he has to throw that. He has no idea what's on the other side, and that's the problem, the lack of information.
Exactly that. I was going to say, the single smoke has baited out so much utility.
Yeah.
And so much response, and that's why they throw it. They're still going to go A, but let's see what they can get from that. Let's see what they can extract from just that single smoke first.
Well, there's the Molotov bank towards the bank and the CT
oh my.
smoke. Has he missed him? Hello? Oh my goodness, that could have been disastrous, but Tarek does go down.
And now they know it has to be long, surely. Rain flashing in that direction for his teammate on the site, but he's caught out by Ethan, and Stan is swung in. They know they're toward the truck, 2 there. Neo's got the first, Guardian still trying to find one with the AWP, looking both directions, and eventually he gets Ethan crossing over, but Cirque does the same in response with the AWP. Look how close he wants to get. Unaccounted for was Olaf, who denied the chance to get a little too fancy, perhaps, on Guardian.
Yeah, had the fancy pants on there for sure, but it's Guardian. He's hitting the shots now, and that was really nice from NRG. The fact that he get all the way out towards long, like you said, that smoke down, it really does just make things so complicated for the CTs. They have no idea what's on the other side. You can boost around it, but then you have no idea they're about to pounce towards B. It's a heavy commitment, and just throwing that incendiary from Guardian, that just buys them some time for rotations at least. You know they can't run through the smoke at that point. So that was a good reaction from him, and a moment that was chaotic, and that almost missed kill from Rain could have cost him the round, but he did spot it in the nick of time. 3-6. Faze not out of this just yet. Remember though, this is a CT-sided map of the pick of NRG. So they do need to at least win this half, I would say, on the Faze side. But we'll see how it goes.
Good shot from Guardian. Waited for it. Rain, he attacks as well. Smoke to go down. Front side of bathrooms, that allows Guardian's transition back in the site. Keep in mind this would be a 4th round in a row for Faze, and it's been a lot of A activity. Ethan's finally going to get a kill on the B site. That might cause a bit of concern. So as such, Neo heads toward the window. Won't fully commit to a rotation, but gets his eyes on the site nonetheless. He's close to A. Should he be needed? His stand needed to hit that. Galil costing him a little bit of problems. And Guardian knows that smoke is designed to bloom, so wraps around. And not the good type of bloom like Anders.
B-Loom, as I like to call him. It's going to be Cirque, though, with the 4 versus 1. And I don't think he'll be finding much more than a single kill, if that. 25 seconds to his name. He has got a full array of utility here. The money is so low, and with maximum loss bonus coming in, sure, that's great. He's actually better off saving at this point because, well, it doesn't even matter now. I think you can see that money would have been at this point. They could have got deagles around it, and he would have had a full AWP set up. They would have been a chance to win the round, but he also had no cash. So it's a double-edged sword. I'd have preferred to keep the AWP, but obviously he wasn't exactly in a position to do so. Guardian, that was great. As soon as he saw the smoke, that's the Guardian plays we need to see. He's looked so passive today, but this is much better. Starting to get
needs a little Wind Guardian Leviosa.
He does. He absolutely does. He needs to be floating around the map, causing absolute havoc, and he's done that in that previous round. CZ speed at 50s and a bit of a rush towards middle here to shut down the AWP. The flash will just go in. They're going to try and swarm Guardian, but that flash doesn't go anywhere near him, but he doesn't get the initial shot. Makes things a bit more complicated, but he's handling it well. Good smoke, good flashes. He's got out of there.
Yeah, more importantly, the fact that it isn't the shot he identifies, there's so many players there, not blinded. He's able to run back, so it still had a bit of, I guess, a dividend for him. What a slaughter that is. That's went from 6-0 to 6-5, just as we saw with Liquid having an early lead on the T side. It's turning around now, and it's for the team that's not the one to pick the map.
You're right. So that, just to break that one down, Guardian, some younger offers would like spot all 5 players he could there, and just they'll start going for all the kills. They'll go for the quick scopes, they'll try to pull the pistol out and finish things off. He knows that they are on a knife's edge here. They're already a map down. He spots one, he hit the first, he didn't get the kill. He then drops his incendiary, his smoke, his flashbang. He's created a path for him to get out and buy time for rotations to deny the plant as well. That's really important. He needs to stay alive. He can't let a player like Cirque pick that AWP up. He can't go for anything flashy. It's not about him, it's about the team. And that's exactly what he did in that round. And that's what you like to see. At least that's what I like to see. A lot of other people would like to see maybe a triple kill with the AWP. I just want to see the round 1. So either way, Nico, this is ambitious. I like this because it makes things awkward. When they try and open the door, it starts shutting, gets a bit awkward either side, but he's managed to get on the railing instead. Neo just jumping to get information towards long, which has been a bit of a problem for them.
Ethan just slide all the way past the short pipe and head toward the monster. Not in the vision of Nitro. He's going to go for contact. Good counter flash. He's got to back away. Does Nitro try and capitalize on it? No. Instead, Nico goes back through, and Tarek absolutely destroys him. By Nitro, I definitely meant Nico the whole time, just in case you were wondering or confused.
You were testing the audience.
I was, just making sure you're paying attention to what game we're on.
Well, right now, the game we're playing is a 5-on-2, a Guardian trying to pull things back. We've seen him do it on Overpass in a 5-on-1 before. This time on the other side, CT forces, flashbang towards short. Actually a pretty decent one considering the position they're coming in. I feel like he's got a kill here. Oh, told you! It's a quick scope as well. Tarek gets his head blown off. I don't think it will help to win the round, but still, you've got to respect that. Not many people in the world can pull that shot off, Matt.
Yeah, I don't think they could.
That's insane.
Not consistently, and yet you were able to predict that he was. That's how Guardian is in those situations. Neo's got a bail, and finally NRG get back with one more round, 7-5, but shot of the round, definitely Guardians.
Yeah, that stole the show. It's the only kill they get, but it's the only one I'm going to remember. It was so good. That was so much fun to watch. And you're right, is this because Guardian... And close range AWPing, there's a few of them. Like you've got like Fallen, Oscar, Guardian, Cirque as well coming in there. The players that can really operate the AWP close range are the most fun to watch. Like when they hit shots like this, it's just unbelievable. And you can just feel it brewing sometimes. You just feel like, yeah, he's hitting this. He's hitting this. And he does as well. That's just brutal. Doesn't do anything for the round, but still exciting. You got to say that.
Oh, absolutely. No, there's no question. I mean, it's beautiful to watch when he hits those shots. That's what people used to love about both he and Kenny. That unpredictable, incredible close-range prowess for a weapon that shouldn't be able to do so. They don't give you any silly lines to look at and make the shot easier.
That's more like it from Rain.
Guardian in there as well. That is better from Rain, you're right. He has been quiet in those situations. Finally, a multi-kill round that's sustainable. He gets back with 100 HP as well. And even though it was one round for NRG, it looks like it's Faze that will get the 7th. Crazy. 1-on-5. It's the unwanted game of Gladiator.
Oof, well,
starts it well.
Yeah, it's a very good start. Krieg really is a big talking point in CSGO now. You see so many of these young, talented players picking it up and just doing unspeakable things with the weapon. I tweeted out earlier today, we were asking whether you could actually change it so it's more of a, not so much, would it be iron sight if you hold it down and instead of a toggle? I feel like that would add an extra element of skill as well, like you can make it even faster, but from what I've been told, it's not possible. It has to be toggle. So you can't really swing corners with it scoped and be ready to tap with it in that manner, but that would be cool.
It would be, but again...
It might be too much.
It might be too much because it's already powerful, and you could do the same with the AUG. But then what happens to the AWP?
And I guess
do the same with the AWP.
Oh no, I just want it as an option, I suppose. And then you just, if it was a thing that was allowed, you just have to increase the scope time like by maybe half a second, so it's not instant.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's more comfortable.
No, sure. That one might cancel out the thought I'm having with the AWP, because the AWP, quick scoping would be limited by that, but you'd have you'd be able to unscope with a zoom sensitivity or zoom ratio, whatever you want to call it.
In my head, I was just going to have a bind, and it was just next to my WASD.
I get you.
Yeah. Well then.
I'm just trying to think of the balance beyond just that one weapon, though. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, how's he done that? That was for a smoke, I think. It must have been. Look, he killed him by the APC. Did he jump up behind the APC? It must have been cleanly for the smoke because he's in front of it. He must have just legit got him. He maybe threw a grenade and saw him. I'm not sure, but either way, there's another kill for Breezy. 2 in the round. Nika's in a great position, though. He's got a kill here for sure. There's one, and it's going to be Tarek who goes down. He watches the door and gets himself back on the B side. He has got back of Moloff Meister. Great position for him. Looks like he's decent for a kill as well. That grenade should take down Stan. Oh, it does decent damage. This is really nice from Faze. Should be there around now. Guardian just stepping up, really showing us what he can do with the AWP when he has it in his hands. That was my point on Mirage.
I thought Cirque might get away with one, but he was about to be flanked anyway. 3 alive. 7-7. They've turned it around. Very similar shades to the Liquid Na'Vi game, but Faze have a chance to take control, and there's not a lot of money. No bomb plant in that round, by the way. So here's your replay, Henry. Straight through the smoke.
Straight through. And speaking of which, Guardian and Olofmeister, a lot of smoke on that B-Bombstad as well. They managed to hold them off. No problem at all. And yeah, I just want to reiterate that the fact that Guardian was the player hero buying rifles on Mirage CT side. We saw one AWP from him on a map they got absolutely trounced on. And now he's picked it up early on the CT side of Overpass. Sure, they had a rough start. It was just NRG playing very well. But now he's got comfortable. He's got some resources. You can see why he needs the AWP and why Guardian's in this team. He's the sniper of the squad. You need him to have it as much as he possibly can. He can rifle, but only if he has to. That's the only time it should be brought out. Final round. They've done a great job of bringing this back. Third map on the cards for sure.
Well, see if NRG can shut that down. And they won the opening pistol. See if they can echo that in the second half to get the momentum back, because right now it's not going their way at all. Nico with 4. Do they let him go hunting? Perhaps not, because Rain is already there. And Breezy's dropped. 8-7, though. They do pull the half back. That's incredible, considering it was 6-0 at the open.
Yeah, that's a great comeback there. Just what FaZe needed. They were on their knees, but now they're back on their feet. We'll see if they can bring it back in the second half.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I do what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what.
It looked like they were completely out of this, but here they are. Well back in it. more difficult to arrange yourselves. 2 smokes available to them, Rain and Neo. Holding on to those as they head towards middle right now. CT's set up. No one is super aggressive at this point. We are going to have Breezy and Tarek, of course, on that B bomb site. Ethan, I believe, is joining them as well. They've actually focused heavily towards B here. Stanislaus there as well. So they can rotate quickly back towards A, but a lot of pressure on Cirque. And that's why he's challenging right now. He's just trying to fend them off as much as he can with long-range shots.
Back around. Mentioned that NRG won the opening pistol. Goes without saying when you consider I also mentioned that it was 0-6. But they'll almost need that now. 2 deep smokes. 1 to the window and 1 to the catwalk. That allows a wide swing of 4 players that get in through the monster tunnel. Not quite the accuracy for Olaf, but he just fires shots to keep him off the bomb planter. He nearly snuck in via Ethan against the smoke. Breezy will. They're going to get up on top of the ramp, but Olaf gets 2 back. Ethan able to respond, goes over top, gets Nico as well, and it's all down to Rain, who manages to find him, has more HP than the 2 players left combined on 48 and 32 for Stanislaus and Cirque, and they're on top of it, but Rain is off on accuracy. They're holding, and he's got a kit. Cirque's got the jump through.
So he thought he had the lineup there, which he did, but he had the worst possible weapon for the job, right? The Glock. He knows unless he gets the instant headshot there, the dink, he's in trouble. As soon as he doesn't come through, there's always going to be a kit available on the pistol. It's very rare you don't see one. He doesn't get the instant kill. He has to jump through the smoke, and unfortunately for him, down he goes. Breezy, great work here. Double kill upon entry. Remember, this is a 4-man stack from NRG at the start of this round, and Cirque, that's the bodyguard you want. He's a big lad himself. He's a strong boy, just looking after the diffuser, making sure nothing can be done. No trouble here. And there we go. AA. And the force buy from Faze. I like this. This is my favorite force buy in CSGO. If you get a bomb down, you get a few kills, you bring out 2 AKs, especially if you're a team like Faze. This is so powerful. But the trick is, Matt, you do not want to fire off a shot until there is a kill available. I cannot stress that enough. Deagle, sure, do what you want. But the 3 rifles you have here, don't fire a single bullet until there's a moment where you've got a kill lined up. No spamming, no speculative shots, nothing like that. You want to wait until there's a chance to pounce and surprise with the range and power of the AK. And that's why it's so quiet right now. Normally there'd be spamming going on and all sorts, but they're just trying to keep this a secret almost.
Cirque just waiting behind the yellow boxes. Deep. Quick peek. Stan waits. Tarek was lost. Casualty of war, but a war that might still yet be won because bomb gets dropped. Nico recovers, but 1 on 3. Has to try and work toward the site with 20 seconds left. And I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, and HP was a 5 as well as the round does fall apart. Remember, that's a force buy from Faze as well. One I said I liked, but unless you find a couple of opening kills due to audacious counter-terrorists, it doesn't work out too well because you do have, you have 3 rifles, but you have a distinct lack of everything else. So nothing really gathered there. No bomb plan. It has to be the full eco at this point. 1 Deagle, a P250, NRG knocking on the door with double digits first as we see MP9s and FAMASs. Right now, Faze just hoping they can find a couple of kills. The NRG know they don't have to push much further than choke points like this. Monster Tunnel, it's a perfect kill to find. Olaf Meister goes down, confirms it's to Nico. He can feel, might sound like a strange word to say, but he can feel there's no armor on them. This is such an easy kill. The bullets go through them like a hot knife through butter, and it's going to be Nico left with the Deagle, just inspecting it for now. And down he goes. It's double digits for NRG on their map pick. They're already a map up if you are just joining us. Last map of the day, potentially. We do have a third. If Faze can pull this back. I just haven't been that excited by this Faze team today. This doesn't look like the team right now that's going to win the tournament or get that deep, but this is the problem with this team. they'll look like this one day, and then the next they can look like the showstoppers we expect them to.
It's almost like they've stopped believing in themselves, and instead they're looking to allocate blame somewhere. Instead of just hunkering down, getting back to what made them good in the first place and getting the job done, it's the in-game leading excuse in a roundabout way, and no one's like, take the obligation among yourself.
Yeah.
And do your part.
Oh my goodness, that doesn't help. So that's your in-game leader removed at the beginning of the round on the T side. It might sound weird, but like if you are the in-game leader, when you die, it's better you kind of just you keep quiet. Whoever's second in command, it might be you let him take.
Unless there's something very specific you have to mention, as if you've seen something you could exploit, or you still want them to go through with a strategy. But you are right. Don't call, don't calm. Let them figure it out based on the information and cerebral plays that come about during the round.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And right now, I'm not sure what can be done here. You've gone down to an MP9 at the start. You've lost complete map control of Playground. Tarek's good for one more here, or is he? That's more like it. If Olaf gets killed towards B, we're back in business. That's much better. The MP9's still a bit of a nuisance here, it seems. The M4's recovered by young Ethan there. 2 players remain. Unfortunately for Rain, he took so much damage in that exchange. He's down to 31, and now we haven't seen many AWP kills from Rain in his career. I'm not sure how many exactly, but there's not many. We'll see what he can do as he makes his way through. It's Guardian and Rain making their way in from this position towards the B barrel. There's an AWP shot. Will they even check the barrels here? Ethan's just waiting. Oh, dear. Oh. There was a well that didn't connect somehow.
Oh, it was like his head was buried in the barrel.
I think that's why that's why it works so well. It's a little buggy somehow. But yeah, if they had overlooked that, they lose that round. And Ethan could have just been part of that and actually probably got 1 kill. And instead he's left Cirque and what would be called almost impossible at this point. He's got so much work to do. No kit. He has got a smoke, but there's just no time now. If he had the kit, there's a chance. But without it, very little.
Question is, was there a kit anywhere near the site? I don't think there was. It doesn't matter if there is or isn't. Has the kill directly. So we're back to within 1 round between the two. 10-9. And Rain will hand the op to Guardian. Naturally. I say naturally, and you called me last time, so I'll say it again this time. Surely, Henry, you believe me.
I do. Of course I do.
Thank you.
Well, that suck. That was a round I would say NRG had in the bag. It was a great push. It was a Tarek opening kill of the MP9, a second kill, a 5-on-3, but some way they made it work. It was Olaf Meister had to get that very important frag towards B. He got it. And here we are. Money's still very weak though on the Faze side. Guardian's getting a face full of flames. Doesn't feel good. Down to 68. 10-9, NRG. Whoever wins this round will be forcing their opposition to an eco, essentially. And there's a lot on the line. If it's NRG to take it and they go 11-9 and Faze have to get another eco, they're in a lot of trouble. But if they can tie things up, get NRG to an eco, there's a conversation to be had about a third. This round, put everything on the line here. Rain shots towards the bathroom. Very common position for CDs to sit when the smoke's down. Cirque's there now. Tarek. Does he push any further than this rock? You're up against Nico, who's got an AK-47. Now that's a scary prospect. Is he going to be backed up by Guardian and flashbang? Doesn't look like it. Double kill for Tarek? Not quite. Does get 1.5. Guardian down to 46. But Cirque still in the bathroom. Protects himself as he focuses towards middle.
Push to the tree. Cirque, I was going to say, with Guardian covering that much ground, he's got to hurry up and get back. Just standing in the open. Not really sure what the play was. Stan, meanwhile, now has to hold the truck, playing it with the exhaust to his advantage. And he is exhausted of Rain. 7 seconds, 2 to get on the bomb. That's a problem with a flank in place. Breezy gets both at range on the M4.
Cool.
2-round lead again.
You can see that sigh of relief from Cirque. It wasn't a comfortable round victory by any means. They get through it. It was their advantage towards the end, but still Faze looking dangerous now. Double kill from Breezy at the end. Even if he only gets one of those kills, they still win, but he gets the double just by virtue of the time remaining on the clock there. Has to read 4 at the top of the screen as the bomb is planted for it to go down. Yanko using the tactical timeout. Discussing options here. Money, like I said, whoever lost that round is going to Eco Town, and it's the place you don't want to be. It's cold, it's damp, it's horrible, it's depressing, and they'll be purchasing a Molotov. So what is the plan here? Let me go. I have to get real close and nerdy for this one. So we've got armor.
More nerdy than you already are.
If that was possible, I'm going to give it a go.
All right.
3 sets of Kevlar, 1 Molotov, P250s, and a Deagle. Olaf Meister's going to be Molotoving towards shore. They're going to be rushing Monster potentially and just giving it what they can with 2 players and faking the bomb in. That's all I can really think of. Like, the Molotov seems to me like it's an overinvestment. You're trying to block them from pushing short so you can get up there and fake towards B. Nico, yeah, I think this was the plan, is to allow him to get position and try and get a 1 dig. And okay, he gets it. So far, so good.
Rain already around the corner at the bathrooms. Cirque has him down, not to find the second shot. Got impatient and baited in, but that only let Neo think that he had clear access, and Tarek took advantage of him when he was beyond the point of retreat. Point of no return, and there is no returning for Nico into this round either. Pistols are taking their time and looking somewhat ominous as they work into each and every angle, but can't find the kills, can't find enough damage. I won't say the damage, because they have done some.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's my point.
That's significant damage now. If you look at the residual cash, there's nothing really for NRG. Every kill is important. Guardian, I won't say he can't win this, but it's stacked against it. It's a 5% chance he can win this at this point. So if he does, that's great. But he's done financial damage at least. 3 players will survive. And we go 12-9. Money back in the hands of Faze. They had to take a couple of ecos there. All for Guardian. Look at the numbers overall. Top fragger, Guardian 16, Rain with 13, Nico 12, Olaf 11, Neo 9. At the very top for NRG, Breezy with 17 and Stanislav 14. Everyone else pretty average. This is Tarek 12, Ethan 14, Cirque 12. So everyone's kind of contributing very well. That's what you like to see. If everyone's kind of around the same ballpark, it means the game's going pretty well for you. Like, it's your map pick, that's how it should be. Everyone's comfortable is the point I'm making.
Cirque, ooh. That didn't really go their way. They were hoping to nade the door out, have Cirque ready with the AWP, but little did they know that Cirque was not quite ready, and Nico was. I think the timing was about half a second off. So Tarek, at long, bicycle position, good one to be in, but not when they sneak out behind you. Does well to get one. Checked it. But now they have to rotate back over, and naturally Faze has become aware of the fact that a kill that far out at long with no response is going to lead to a rotation, so why overcommit toward the site in which they'll be arriving? Let's go back the other direction and see perhaps if we can get to B.
45 seconds. Problem they have right now is Ethan's position. He gets himself in towards connector. And if he actually bypasses all of them, they've got an open B site here. I thought he was going to focus towards a short tunnel. It hasn't happened. He might confirm middle's clear. Now they really can rotate over towards B. He's got himself a 3 kill towards connector. Nico goes down, 3 versus 3. They have to commit towards B now, Matt. There's not enough time. 3 monster they go. Ethan's already got the key information, but a better shot from Olaf Meister has given them back the advantage here.
Oh, Olaf. Only getting the 1 back, but that's enough to get the bomb down. It leaves us in a 1-on-1. Breezy did so well to find 2, and Stan got too close. 13-9.
Oh, ice cold from Stanislaw there.
Quickly want to point out that this would mean that 2 2 North American teams go through.
You wanted to say
2-0, and all 3 Canadians
would go
through.
Oh, that was quite sexy. The HG blow up with the kill there, but maybe even more attractive, the double kill from Breezy as he closes the round.
In fairness, I know I was making a joke about the whole Canadian thing, and I'm being, patriotic.
Sure.
It is significant that two North American teams potentially could be going through to the playoffs ahead of everyone else. I remember the time on ESCA forum posts when iBuyPower would win a single game at a major and it was celebrated like the biggest victory, when North America stood no chance.
Well, they might not this round, unfortunately, Matt.
All right, listen, don't rain on the parade as soon as it happens, Henry. At least let everyone get back in their cars and be on the way home.
That was a segue into the round. It was a good one, I thought. We got there. Fine, he said. 5-on-3, and we'll see now. This boost will get them back into it. The boost is not looking too good. Rain with the shot. That's wonderful. He'll take down Cirque. This is a really clean round from Faze. Money's not really there at all for NRG as well, so this could have a few more very quick rounds. And there we have it. Yanko's much happier than that. You can't really ask for much more than a round that clean. Everyone's hit their shots. You've negated all the aggression that's been presented there. You've got them into territory where they have to force buy. Anything beneath like $1,900, if it's hovering for $1,400, you might as well buy into the round because you're double eco anyway. It wouldn't make a difference whether you buy or not. You're still not going to be able to buy next round. So you might as well double eco and rack up the loss bonus. They have a Cirque M4 here. You have a chance of stealing this round away. Sure, a slim one. They've got about a 15% chance of winning this round. But if it comes in, you're really kind of stealing the game away. You can close it out 2-0, but Cirque has to deliver here. He's one of those AWPers that has superstar potential. He isn't quite there yet. I think he needs another year of pro play, but his rifles are scary as well. I don't think enough people respect his rifles, so we'll see what he can do with it.
Tarek holding the bench. Cirque trying to bait them in, desperate to do so. Oh,
well. Nico,
yeah.
He's another breed, unfortunately, to be fair. Cirque's good.
It still might work. He gets caught with the nade. Good thing Olaf was there.
Yeah.
But yes, you're absolutely right. Nico just destroyed him.
Yeah, it's a nice little off angle from Cirque, but the round will fall apart. This is going to cost them 2. This will be 13-11, then they'll full eco for 13-12. So we're going to go right down to the wire on this.
Guardian. Sneaking up the bathrooms. Two smokes. Two staircases. One deagle. Guardian removed immediately. Neo's gotten Ethan back, so it is all on Breezy. 1-on-3. That was a big ask, I would say, and it is going to be 13-11.
Well, the full eco will have to come in now. They don't want to have to do it, but they're going to have to. NRG looked almost destined to close this one after those 3 rounds in a row, but 2 answered back. It's Faze now in the driving seat. 13-12 will be the scoreline unless something remarkable happens. Not a single dollar invested into round number 25 here. USPs, nothing else. We do see these rounds win. We have to be very careful when we say this is a guaranteed round because about 2 or 3 times a tournament they do come through, which sounds like a lot, but you have to remember there's normally like 100 maps played. Very quiet for now.
It's very. It is. Considering you have essentially a stack moving in tandem and not yet spotted, despite being beyond what I would call the safety zone. And boosts on either side of the map.
Yeah, you're going to do well with the USP to find kills against the AKs, but if ever there was a chance, Rain might as well give it to them.
That's the spot. That had a better chance than Parkside. Parkside has too much distance.
I agree. But now it's a double kill for Neo. Or they'd have to get out. That's a good play. They heard the sound cues. That would have been a disaster for them. They might be able to win this round. They've got an AK now. They just need to try and buy time if they can. Not going to happen. Nico holding the flanks. This is the chance now. Breezy can somehow get a kill here. It would have been great. Not going to happen just yet, but they're isolated towards long with a low HP and Neo
23
as well.
seconds.
You're right. The pressure's on. This could be a full eco victory. It's getting awkward. It's getting super awkward now.
Breezy comes around behind him, and it actually worked out. I thought he would re-peek from bathrooms once his teammates disrupt, but he goes around and does it all himself. What a win from NRG.
I'm so happy I said at the start. Sometimes it happens. We sometimes get it wrong. They get 4 players surviving with AK-47s. They invested $0 into that round.
Just want to point out, Henry, before you pick yourself up, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
I know, but just the amount of shit I get online for saying that. It's just like, I just wanted to say, sometimes that can happen. It shouldn't ever happen, but when it does, it's remarkable. Oh my God. They've got 4 AKs now. They went into 5 USPs and now 4 AK-47s. That's insane.
Yep.
But that's like, I don't know how we'd break that stat down, how the chances of that happening against a team like Faze, but that's blown my tiny little mind. Oh my God. If you're a Counter-Strike fan, that's just insane.
And they played it so well to stay alive.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
2 players at Parkline get away. All they do is, we can disrupt, Breezy gets the kills.
So the funnel as well, that 1 kill with the boost, it funnels them. They're already up long, right? Because they did the right play. They're going long as they know up against a full eco. It makes sense. They're already long. That 1 kill towards connector confirms it. Okay, now they've got an AK connector. Let's go up long. They start to get dinged. They start to lose time. Breezy comes in with the flank. He's shown presence from connector. They continue to go towards long, but get halted up. And then he comes in with a big spray down. I have no idea how that round happened, but that's how it's broken down for you. And now they have 4 AKs on the CT side. They've got plenty of money. If they win this round, it's pretty much GG. There will be no cash on the Faze side. Guardian has got the AWP, and Morale has got to be just in the gutter at this point. You give those kind of rounds up, and they're the ones that hurt the most.
Oh, man.
Yanko's been talking about this for a while as well, but the fact they lose to these full ecos so often, it can't be happening anymore. Great work by NRG, but a team like Faze Clan losing to 5 USPs, no armor, not a good look.
No, I don't think so. It is a better start to this round. They catch Ethan on entry. Olaf doubles down and finds Breezy as well.
This is a save, I would say, at this point. So
the one deciding factor in that is if Sir can get a kill right now on the flank. I think you're right. And yeah, okay, Stan's going to back out. Cirque got one, but the smoke there, he still can't go through it. So carry on with your point, Henry.
There wasn't really one, I don't think. There was just going to be, probably save now and see what they can do. Yeah, you're right. 1 kill, though, it's something. If you lose to 2 players like that convincingly, there's no point going for it. Like, Overpass does lend itself to retakes when you have a slight disadvantage, but not like that. If you've lost both kills and the bomb's down, you've still got 3 players down in towards the doldrums of long. It's really not worth going for. So I'll keep 3 players up. Remember, their money's good. They won a full eco before, and they're going to get extra cash here as well. So they still have plenty of money on the NRG side. This isn't a huge deal. Really nice round from Faze. Good call. Nice contact play. And those are do you notice, though, the rounds that seem to be the most successful for Faze when there's a clear and direct plan. There's no default. It's just, we're going to go kill people here in a very basic manner.
And that doesn't work. When they first made this team, there was no one I would have said that was on par in terms of skill that could counter out that style. Yes, everyone on that team could. People have either fallen off on that team. Olaf took more time off, came back. Guardian's still looking good, but not amazing as he was for a long period of time. You've got other teams with so much skill now. Astralis can go toe-to-toe, no question. Liquid can go toe-to-toe, no question. Na'Vi, simple, toe-to-toe, no question. I think even with Boomich, they're looking really good right now in terms of firepower. And even guys like NRG, you can't rely on individual skill to carry you in Counter-Strike anymore. Not with the amount of young talent that's showing up on the scene.
Yeah, 2019 has been one of the best years for Counter-Strike, I think, in a very long time. And we're barely halfway through the year. We have so much more to come, and so many players have been unearthed, so many teams that have come out the woodwork, and so much skill. It's just such a competitive environment out there right now. The events are getting bigger, and it's just a wonderful thing right now, and I'm very excited to see what this NRG team can do in this tournament. If they 2-0 Faze like this, it's going to be quite the statement with their new in-game leader coming in, and them looking this good on Overpass. One a full eco. Remember that. That doesn't happen every day. That's not sustainable. But still, it's exciting. And to watch, it's a beautiful thing. As another contact play, look, keep it simple. I think they've realized that it's like, boys, if we stick together and just shoot them in the face, we're probably going to win the round.
Stan doubling to counter out the entry. And the flashes, look how stuck they are.
Oh, they're so...
Bombs outside of the smoke. They want to go back. They don't even know where they are.
They're buggered, Matt. That's how I'd say it at this point. They are in a lot of trouble. The bomb's gone down. They're absolutely isolated. They're dropping like flies. It's going to be Matt point for NRG. Goodness gracious me.
You want to talk about lack of clear direction? That was it. As soon as they got halted, it was just, we'll just stand here and die.
You are right. When this happens, when the bomb goes down especially, you just have to commit, right? You just have to go, we've lost this round, we go back, and we've lost it, we go forward. You might as well stick together and keep going, because you're not saving anything. You're going to have to keep pushing, but there was definitely apprehension there, I would say. NRG 15, Faze Clan 12. They have money to buy. It's going to take 3 clean rounds, though, as Guardian will run the gauntlet and take quite significant damage. I think he got 2 ticks out of that to 76. 1 round will do it. NRG 2-0 Faze. What a roller coaster of CS we've had. That NRV game earlier, like, that was one of the most mental games I've casted in ages. And now we've got NRG with their new in-game leader looking red hot as well. Cologne has always been one of the best tournaments of the year. This is just day one. Day one. And we're getting this level of CS. This is going to be one fantastic tournament.
We knew it was going to be. But sometimes it takes a while to get there. Oh, Olaf read the boost so well, but did he read the fact that Breezy's pushing through? Knows there's one at the door because he sprayed in, but Nico somehow evades the aim, and it's a 3-on-3 with Nico on 19, but it's a thinned out defense. They have to make the response, and Cirque's going to try and do so.
Yeah, Breezy knew what he had to do that. Guardian didn't, apparently.
Again, you want to go back to toe-to-toe, just to cut you off, sorry. Cirque versus Guardian, I give that an even matchup these days.
Yeah, for me, Cirque's the top 5 AWP in the world. It's not really well to quantify that. I don't really have anything to back it up, just in my opinion.
And sure, and there's a bunch of up and down within the opping world. I think you've got a few candidates that could be in the top 5 on any given day, but you're right. I think Cirque is as well. Oh, Nico, he's done.
Yep, low HP, it's GG, unfortunately. Neo, 18 seconds, a master of the game, but it would take an absolute god at this point to win this sort of round, and I think he's about to get shot in the back. There it is, 2-0 for NRG. Ladies and gentlemen, they will be going forwards and making their way to the Lanxess Arena. They've managed to win both their games today, and what an opponent to take down in a convincing manner as well. Not only on their own map pick, they recovered from a 6-0 deficit. They lost both pistols on that map. They came back and won against Faze Clan. They go on towards Overpass and put up a convincing performance, and it seems like Faze still have their problems. They've had time to practice with this lineup now, Matt, and it doesn't seem to be kind of setting the world on fire just yet.
Well, with that incredible day, 2 NA teams through. We'll send it back downstairs to the desk.
Oh, and a sudden revelation occurring just during the final moments of their throw over to us is that Carrigan gets his wish tomorrow. Duncan, I'll let you explain the gossip.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone remembers there was the whole thing where when Carrigan beat the Valiance team, he did that tweet about, taking care of the Kovacs or whatever. And Nico came back, and then Carrigan was like, Nico was like, wrong call.
Didn't back down.
Yeah, and then obviously at the last tournament, Faze played Mouse Spots got the win, and then Carrigan added a little bit of spice on top of that. He doubled down and said, shame it was an elimination match. Well, there will now be an elimination match between Faze and Mouse Spots. Someone's going to be very sad, upset, and
I just love the drama. We don't get much of it, but a little bit of Counter-Strike EastEnders going to be coming up on your screens not for far away, and a little bit of it today. The fact that NRG have made a roster change very recently, and are now going to the Lanxess Arena. I mean, that's something, Chad. That's day 1 locked in for the playoffs.
And not only that, Alex, they are still undefeated on LAN. So look, we'll ride that one for as long as we can. So now they're 3-0 on LAN with Stan and the team. But look, here obviously was a closer affair, right? The scoreline tells that story. But I think when you're losing rounds like we saw with the full eco towards that A-bomb side in the later stages of this game, that kind of speaks to the woes that
makes you think.
Because, well, they were having problems with their anti-ecos before, right? And when you're coming back, you can't lose those rounds, or you're never going to have a chance to even get into a match like this. And Breeze was towards towards the top of the scoreboard there, just continuing to do. So I'm glad that he hasn't been neutered with Stan coming in, because obviously Stan, I think he has an opinion on how he wants to do things. If he can still keep it so that the stars, Breeze, Ethan is dropping off a little bit, but if they can continue their form and he can just contribute and add on more, then we're looking at a winning recipe here. Like I said, when we were doing the pregame, I don't want to get on this hype train too early because we're not sure how it's going to, all unfold. Sure. But these are very positive signs where they left off.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you as well, because as I say, the problem is you think to yourself, well, if I keep all the rest of the team the same and just upgrade my in-game leader, it's like, how do you know every other piece stays the same? We saw in the mouse sports team, when you change a piece, sometimes another player drops off. The knock-on effect is there.
I mean, especially when we talk about leadership. You change a leader, every other part is changing as well. We do have the stats on your screens, though, and a name that was at the tip of your tongue, Thorin, was Breezy, and rightfully so. You can see him there at the top of the scoreboard, and he was having an instrumental impact.
Sure.
That round, of course, with the AK-47.
It would have been impossible without him, yeah.
Incredible stuff. NRG, the fact that they have managed to pick that win up against FaZe Clan is just, it's exciting for what's around the corner. Not only does it also ring some alarm bells for FaZe Clan.
Well, yeah, look, so for FaZe, the thing is we need to see them start beating decent opponents, right? They're able to win against, teams who are below their level or whatever, but they had
let me think of the most PG thing.
Breakout?
PC way to describe this. Have they beaten a top 10 team?
Nothing that's really standing out hugely in my mind in like a playoff match or anything like that. But I think, when you look at the amount of games that they played, it's still a small sample size, and they're going to be running into the major with Neo as well. And their tournament's obviously not done here.
No,
it's just how long until they're able to transition to being a completely like before the superstars run around, kill everything, right? Sure. How long until they transition into being able to play modern CS, or is that even a possibility for them? Because then you start looking at, well, if these are the stars, do we need new stars? Are these stars depleted at this point, right? We mentioned FaZe versus Mouse, but we didn't talk about NRG versus Liquid, which could actually become they are the 1 and 2 in North America, at least in terms of North American-based teams. That could become a new little rivalry over that side of the pond.
And I'm totally down.
I can tell you, I've just looked it up. In the tournaments they've played with Neo, the only big name teams they've beaten is G2, North, and there was one more, but it also wasn't like that.
A bit of a caveat.
One, yeah. NIP, I think it was.
Okay,
so,
wow.
these are sort of top 10 teams. It's the bottom half of the top 10. There's no one really there that's going to win the tournament. Put that way.
And no one that I think old FaZe would have been necessarily proud of or, claiming to fame with it. Anyway, as I start to lose my capability of speech, thank you, Chad. We do actually have one of the victors standing by from NRG. Let's hear what Tarek has to say after a huge win and locking in for the playoffs.
I'm here with Tarek, another man of the hour, a different hour, in fact. It's a little bit later of an hour, but he has done it. They have beaten up on FaZe Clan, kind of made it look easy there for a bit, but let's talk a little bit about this matchup. First of all, Tarek, you're an opper since when?
Yeah, I mean, I've always secondary opt, especially on Mirage, Upper B, and they were just coming to my site, and I loved it, and I was feeling it, so I had a couple of good rounds there, and I'm just thankful that we closed out that map.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like right there on Overpass, you guys kind of got tested a little bit, but I guess overall, when we look at the team of NRG now, it's a new look. You've got Stanislaw, Daps is out. Talk to me a little about the process that has been bringing him in.
Yeah, I think it's still new for us, obviously, bringing him in. We're still trying to sort out all the kinks and stuff like that, but I think we have a really bright future ahead of us. I really like the way that Stan looks at the game and his approach to it, and on top of that, I think he's a great player, his clutching ability, his lurking ability, so I think overall it's just a really good addition for us.
Well, I mean, there's no question that he adds an element of firepower, right? But I guess the other side of this would also be that I know you have found yourself in sort of another leadership sort of role, like you found yourself kind of doing some calling of your own.
Yeah, I think I really am eye to eye with him on how the game should be played and his slow approach and methodical. And I think with me helping, it'll make it a lot easier because that's how I like to play. And also throwing in aggression here and there is something that we'll have to do. So it's just gonna be a process of us figuring out what's best for us.
Last question I got for you, man. We got to get out of here for the night. They're trying to shut down all the lights. You've got Liquid next. That's a big BO3. Tell me what that means.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big game for us. And obviously there's a lot on the line. NA matchup. It's going to be crazy. I think that it'll be very competitive. And I'm hoping that we take it. It'll be fun.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell. Thank you very much, Tarek. We'll catch up with you. And that does it for us here from the showroom floor. Good night, everyone. Back to you at the desk, Alex.
ever composed, Tarek, there with Tracy and Sorrentis. Got to give it all the respect to Mr. Tracy's been hanging out with those players all day, and as have we here at the desk. Let's kind of take a moment to reflect, something, of course, Thorin, you're very familiar with. Let's reflect upon the day and think what lessons have we truly taken away from this. We started, it feels like so long ago, with Best of Ones. We had that Na'Vi Mouse headliner where it did seem like Na'Vi have kind of, well, they're one to watch, I think.
They have a history in the Best of Ones, right? They do know how to lose. This time they didn't. And then what's bizarre is, not only did they not lose the Best of One, which is traditional, they could have been in that winners match now. They could have 2-0'd that map, and it could be them playing for the access spot.